This is my review of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, so, Judgement was kind of true to its word and did, in fact, bring Avdol back, but not in the way it was thinking. So he does indeed make a stone replica of Avdol, which then proceeds to attack Polnareff alongside Sherry. And Polnareff attempts to fight back with his stand, but his stand is quickly wrestled into submission by Judgement, and he kind of just lets it happen. He realizes that he's responsible for both their deaths, or at least feels partially responsible for both their deaths, and just kind of lets it happen because he doesn't think that it's such a bad way to go out. But as he lays there dying, he initially believes he's mistaken and believes he's hallucinating because he's lost a lot of blood and also has tears in his eyes. But no, he does in fact see another Avdol attack the stone replica and destroy it, at which point it's revealed that that's the real Avdol who survived his encounter in India and is alive and well, pointing out that the bullet just kind of grazed him. And then he proceeds to help defend Polnareff by attacking Cameo and his stand Judgement. And Cameo hasn't made an appearance yet. He's hiding somewhere. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Avdol gets into a fight with Judgement and is outclassed a little bit, quite a bit. And even the combined might of both of them isn't enough to save him. But eventually Avdol is able to get the upper hand and is able to fight at his full strength after successfully holding his own. And as a last-ditch effort, Cameo uses his stand to chuck the Sherry replica at Polnareff while he escapes and disappears his stand. And Polnareff in this moment realizes that Sherry is dead and that that's not actually Sherry, and that nothing will ever actually bring her back, and destroys the replica. But that also leaves the question of where the stand user is, and Avdol and Polnareff go looking for it, and eventually find out that he buried himself. So Cameo is hiding under the ground with a breathing tube, and then they decide to drop several different unique things around it before Avdol finally suggests that they take a piss in it. And sure enough, that causes Cameo to pop out of the ground. We finally see what he looks like. And he asks that the two spare him, but Avdol says that he isn't going to regard his wishes because believe it or not, the man isn't really worthy of having wishes despite granting them himself. And not surprisingly, he definitely gets what he's deserved, and then he gets roasted by Avdol, literally. At which point, Polnareff takes Avdol to introduce him and tell the group the good news, only to discover that they already knew and that they kept it a secret from him because he has a big mouth. So he's kind of reeling from that. And it's also revealed that Avdol actually disguised himself as his father, so his father wasn't actually a character in the series. But he does reveal that he was disguising himself as his father, so that he could nurse himself back to health without anybody knowing, because they don't really want Dio to know about Avdol and how he came back to life. But back to life he has, and sure enough, he actually was never actually buried in India. They faked that whole thing, and he went off to nurse his wounds. So they wanted to make sure, to make double sure that nobody knew that Avdol was still alive after that encounter. So yeah, there was a lot of backtracking and making sure, crossing their T's and dotting their I's to make sure that Avdol was fine and actually survived. And I knew that something funny was with Avdol's death, because his wound started to heal over almost immediately. Like, it caught fire almost like Magician's Red was active. So yeah, I figured that Avdol wasn't actually dead, and I've been hypothesizing that he wasn't actually dead for a while. But yeah, now it actually confirms that he in fact survived. And also he bought a submarine so they could hide from Dio for the rest of the trip, so that they could get to Egypt without him noticing. There's two more episodes before the second season of Stardust Crusaders, so obviously it's not going to go as planned, but yeah, I think they will eventually make it to Egypt and will eventually survive. But yeah, that was interesting. So, Avdol was alive, everybody knew except Polnareff. And then he saved Polnareff's ass. So, yeah. That's unfortunate for Polnareff. He had been blaming himself for Avdol's death, and all they really did was just rub salt in the wound. He was not okay with that. But yeah. That was my review of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out, so I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!